It's been 15 years since the show first premiered. Did you ever imagine 15 years ago that you would still be doing the show or that there would be any type of reboot?
No, not a chance, not a chance. But we were lucky enough to be at these moments in history where the landscape had changed. You know, our show was canceled, and then all of a sudden crowdfunding became a thing. And Rob Thomas, our creator, texted me, hey, do you think we could fan fund it? And I said, let's try. And then 3 years later, he texted me and said, hey, so streaming services, like now there's a lot more places that would air it. Do you want to try again? And I said, obviously. So we've just been at the right place in time and history in media, and also been lucky enough to have the best fans in the world that stick with us.
Now, Veronica Mars today, she's drinking, she's doing drugs, she's having sex.
She has a very, very healthy sex life.
Yeah, she's
as every young woman should they choose.
Yes. So what's it like returning to Veronica Mars in this mature way?
It makes me really happy that there's no stagnancy in the show. From the moment you see the first episode, you realize, oh, this world has changed, and what happened was any rose-colored glasses you thought you were wearing during the first 3 seasons of the show were taken off. This is an adult world where Veronica deals with paying her bills and gentrification, and they're still struggling with the haves and the have-nots, but there's real danger around her. She carries a gun. She's a responsible gun owner and a real PI now, and there's also just a sort of like rawness to the world that I think we all start to feel when we're past our early 20s. We're like, oh wow, I gotta kind of fend for myself. So the world is a little bit more unsafe, but I was pleasantly surprised with how Rob unveiled all that.
And you also returned to the show as an executive producer, so what's it like to wear the boss pants?
I mean, great, I'm not gonna lie, but I've always been pretty bossy. I think we're supposed to say lean in. I've always leaned in, even when I didn't have a title of executive producer.
Okay, so you've always known what you wanted out of your character and what you wanted the show to do. Yeah,
or felt like I could help steer the ship in a good direction by setting a good example. When you're the main character, practical things, you clean up the trash around your chair, the other actors will clean up the trash around their chair. Like, you set a good example about being kind to the people that you work with. And yeah, I don't insert myself in the way of like, here's what Veronica should do, because I think Rob's got that on lock.
Cool. Yeah. And are you looking forward to watching the show with your girls in the future and having them join that fandom? Yeah, that's one of the reasons I did it. To be honest, this show is a kind of a beast to shoot. It's a lot of long hours, and it's just not easy to shoot. We're usually there for 15 hours a day, and I have a 4- and a 6-year-old, and it was a big decision for me to go, oh, I want to do Veronica Mars again, but I have babies at home. I have little girls that are saying, Mommy, why are you leaving? Then it occurred to me, I want to live in a world, I want my daughters to grow up in a world where Veronica Mars exists as a reference, where people still say to themselves, what would Veronica do? How can I find that level of self-confidence and that level of fighting for the underdog? So I thought it was important to miss a couple bedtimes in order to bring her back, resurrect her for everyone.